So today I wanted to break down what is Kung Fu. Kung Fu, two words meaning time and energy. Physics teaches us that time and energy are the two main factors in determining power, the amount of energy exerted over amount of time. What is power? Power is the ability to do all things, or in physics terms, the ability to do work. How does that translate to martial arts? Well, first and foremost, Kung Fu is not a martial art. A martial art is an art that centers its focus on warfare. Kung Fu is bigger than this. It is not just about fighting. It is also about meditation, self-improvement, perspective on who you are with respect to the universe. So there's a great plethora of applications of Kung Fu. So although Kung Fu was not designed for fighting, Kung Fu has fighting application. If you take a person and say, well, they did Kung Fu and they didn't do well in a fight, or they didn't do what I thought they would do in a competition. The reason would be because you don't blame the paintbrush or the paint when the painter fails to produce a masterpiece. Anything you focus on doing using Kung Fu, that's all you're going to be able to do. So if a person uses it as a form of exercise, you cannot then take it and translate it into a combat effective system. You've never used it in combat. You cannot take a person who has practiced forms and suddenly make them a great fighter. It doesn't work. One of the biggest misconceptions I see in movies all the time is people will watch a Jackie Chan or a Jet Li go on screen, do all these wonderful things in a movie, and then translate that as these guys are really tough martial artists. Jackie Chan himself has publicly said in many interviews, I am not a martial artist, and people still assign him that title. He enjoys doing action films, and he was trained in Kung Fu, which made him able to do the action films and able to do the movements with the flexibility, the speed, the agility, the acrobatic capability. But he says that's not what I am, so that's not what he does. You can't force somebody to be something they are not. There are those who use Kung Fu for combat, but there's more people who do not use it for combat. For example, I'm going to be starting this series where I'm going to break down Fu Hok Shi Chin Kin, which is the Fu Hok or the Tiger Crane double fist set. And in Kung Fu, when you say fist, you're not referring to this. When you say Kung Fu fist or Kyun or Chuan, what you're actually saying is the proper hand formation or tool that I will be using to implement this. For example, Taiji Chuan, it means supreme ultimate fist, but it was designed to cultivate internal energy. It was not designed for combat. It can be used for that, but it wasn't designed for that. You can use your car to run somebody over, but it wasn't designed for that. You can use a hammer to crack somebody's skull, but it wasn't designed for that. Same thing as is with Kung Fu. If I say Fu Jiao Pai, I'm referring to the tiger claw. If I say Yin Jiao Pai, I'm referring to the eagle claw, right? If I say Teng Lang Xuan, I'm referring to the fist of Teng Lang, the monk that created praying mantis Kung Fu. So those are just some examples. So an example is if I say I'm going to practice the first few movements of Fu Hok. The first movement is inhaling, middle palm block. Exhaling, outer palm block. Inhaling, downward crane wing block. Exhaling, inward palm block. Now you may say this is a series of blocks. But what if I'm a chef? I'm not a fighter, but I still like to practice Hung Gar Kung Fu. Then this becomes take the patty and flip it over. Take the bun and remove it. Put it on the counter, grab condiments, bring the condiments to you, and put them down on the bun. The movements are still the same, but I'm applying them in a way that enhances my life and gives me the power to do the work that I choose to do. So as we develop our Kung Fu, we keep a focus on it's about improving me and my life.